seconds remaining.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Exactly. I want you to get a fair spin. I want you to.
Radiant team back. Dire team back. Radiant team back. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Earthshaker.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Ogre Magi!
Dire team pick. Mirana.
You a fan of the Total War games at all?
Dire team back.
Like somewhat. They're like a bit slower as an RTS.
Radiant team back.
Yeah, let's go. Can you just say my name right? It's the grand final, just once. Come on, come on.
Remaining.
The swordfish. Jesus.
5 seconds remaining.
Right. Thank you, Sikenstrike. I really enjoyed that presentation. I'm excited because the ACL, we come in, we see a couple teams that are somewhat known, a couple teams that are forming themselves. It's the beginning of the season, so a lot of, I guess, unknowns here, right? But perhaps one of the most constants is Faith from Typhoon, right? Yeah, winner, also pretty good captain, consistent. He's going to be leading Typhoon into the new tier rate of Tier 2, and of Tier 2 Chinese Dota. And I really do love watching Chinese Tier 2 because I think it's one of the more consistent scenes. We've watched some experimentation by Typhoon, some creativity as well. We've seen some consistent lineups, and to me, these two stand out. Typhoon, because they understand how to draft. I think their drafting presence is really good. Even if they make a couple mistakes, especially in the mid game, they understand not only how to draft, but also how to cohesively play with their draft. That's something a lot of Tier 2 teams lack. Like, they'll copy a draft on the table to one team, and they'll go, oh, we'll have a good draft. Yes, but how do you play this draft properly? Typhoon understands this, probably because they have a really good captain. And Miracle is a bit different. Miracle, I don't think their drafting is that strong. I think their tempo play, particularly, is very good. Miracle really understands how to play that early to mid game. They understand how to crush the enemy team in that sense, and they're actually quite patient. Something, again, you don't often see in Tier 2 teams. A couple mistakes always, but the patience these guys do and understanding the tempo when they can win gives them some pretty insane comebacks. So there's definitely going to be an exciting grand final. I'm excited to be here so you can strict it. So let's get right to it.
Let's get into it. Yeah, I just want to add one small thing there. The patience there. That's why you know a lot of the times the reason that these like big wombo combo team fight ults, you know, like drafts are hard to execute is because people get a little antsy. They jump the gun. You know, they're easy to interrupt. But when you have patience, when you're calm, cool, collective, you know, it's a little bit easier to execute then, right? That does make a difference. So Yeah, but anyway, Team Miracle taking their time here in for their last ban here. What are they considering here? What are they deliberating over, man?
Crystal Maid? I don't know. Crystal
Yeah,
Maid
could
is something
be.
you want to stop from them. I think the Night Stalker has been something Typhoon has been abusing quite a lot. I would consider Night Stalker very good against Mirana and Ogre Magi.
I think this is a Shaker 3 though, I believe it will be.
Yeah, it is a Shaker 3. I guess it's true. I guess you're right. Then you don't want to ban any offlaners.
Yeah.
Because I think the key in Typhoon tends to be Meliodas. I think they really like giving him the weird picks like in Night Stalker, and he kind of brings the draft together.
Radiant
does.
team pick.
Oh, the Slark. Yeah, Slark is an option. Morphling for Miracle.
Yep, if you can't have the Earthshaker on your team, just, now you can actually just get it straight at level 6. You can get enchant, sure, without Ags, right? But you still get the enchant totem, you still get a second fissure, which is very strong. So.
The Morphling is also a very good pick here because you ban a lot of his counters. Lena and Enchanters and Tiny. Literally, the 3 first bans by Typhoon are all gone, and those are really good counters to Morphling. Burst damage heroes. Typhoon already showed the Warlock, which is a relatively low, he's a damage over time hero if anything. Earthshaker, he has some burst damage, but unless you're running him mid as crit shaker, it's not going to be the case. Oh,
Okay, so maybe
there we go. Suck it, Miracle. I know better than you. Should have banned that here.
Anyway, so I think it is going to be a 4 Shaker then in that case. I apologize.
Could be a 2 shaker too, as I was mentioning. So you're not wrong about your analysis. I think it's just that the Earthshaker, once you see the Morphling, you want to go for a more burst damage shaker, right? And that crit shaker mid might give you that edge.
Remaining.
So he becomes more of a flex pick once the Morphling comes around, because Earthshaker is really good against Morphling with an early Ags. Also, you want to get the Ags rush, right? You want to get Ags before Morphling gets his Ags. Like, imagine Morphling has the Ags and Earthshaker before your Earthshaker has Ags. Like, why do we even pick this hero?
Yeah, that would be a little sad, right?
Yeah.
I've been in positions like that before. It's like, I'm playing against a Rubik, and I'm building Ags, and he's got my Ags, and he's stealing me. It's like, just depressing. It really is sometimes. Hard life.
Yeah. The Void ban by Typhoon, I like that. The last ban also allows you Night Stalker to be more impactful, and Night Stalker can just kind of run in. There's not many things that you have to really stop him. Like, Chrono is probably the one thing that I can think of that Night Stalker really hates playing against. The Stampede is good to outrun the Night Stalker as well. Like, anything that gives you mobility is fantastic, because the Crippling Fear is honestly one of the most annoying spells in the game. I think it's even better than Smokescreen. It's ridiculously strong, the fact that you can just chase someone down.
I think the Fissure is going to be pretty good here, potentially against the Centaur, blocking pathing, maybe able to block some escape routes as well. Although you can turn that as well. Morphling, who one is kind of Morphling and Mirana both kind of counter this. Mirana just leaps over, Morphling turning into water and waveforming through. But Morph can actually, on a retreat if necessary, he can. If he's probably going to steal Shaker most time, like right. Let's be honest, maybe Night Stalker in some instances. But he can also throw down a Fissure to retreat and create a lot of space.
True.
Because no.
Templar Assassin.
So it's not a mid shaker, it's a 4 shaker, right? This explains.
Looks like I mean, would you ever do a safe lane core shaker?
You could, yes. Miracle did it in TI, remember? Liquid. They played a literally crit shaker on Miracle. So, and it worked. It's viable. You can also do safe in TA, worst comes to worst, because now you're giving Miracle like 1 pick to essentially counter you, or the last pick to essentially counter you. And the flexibility is still maintained. I don't know how they're going to keep that flexibility entirely. Though I would like to see a carry some burst damage against this Morphling.
I think TA's got a good amount of burst damage, doesn't she?
Yes, of course, but you don't want to. I think the Lyca is actually really good.
Does yeah, good ban on that Lycan. Does the Morph, does he keep, because he can meld into TA, does he keep those refraction charges upon morphing back?
Yes, he does. Yes,
okay,
refraction is
good.
Above 20. So you actually meld. Oh no, you can't meld more. Sorry. Okay, bounty. Ooh, they've run this before. The bounty in the carry position actually. So this is interesting because now that you have an actual flex pick, is it crit shaker mid or sorry, a crit shaker carry, or is it a bounty hunter carry that's also unorthodox? Is it perhaps a Night Stalker carry that we've seen sometimes in NA pubs? I'm fascinated by this. And the ban of the bounty, the ban of the Monkey King to ensure TA has a good lane mid. The only way that Miracle can really counter the TA now mid is Pugna or Husker. Husker's too dangerous. Pugna against a Night Stalker? Ha 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 ha. No. So
he's laughing because Pugna dies.
No, I'm laughing because obviously Pugna's the best hero against Night Stalker. Crippling Fear. Like, Pugna's auto attacks are so strong.
Red
Oh, okay, sorry, I forgot about this guy. Because he doesn't usually get played mid, but that's the best answer. They were listening to my analysis like this D-Swordfish asshole, like, watch me, D-Swordfish.
This DS Wordfish guy, he doesn't know what's about to hit him.
I'd much rather listen to Second Strike.
That's absolutely correct. Hide and seek, as my bosses call me.
Because he never appears to work.
That's right, it's true. I schedule meetings and I hide in the corners, and they're like, where is this guy?
So that's not what we Hispanics ought to do. It's part of our blood.
That's true. Hiding, I guess. I'll save the story maybe for in between the games. I got a good story about hiding.
that turned weirdly racist for no reason. Yeah, honestly.
Well, you're the one who brought it up. That's
No,
why
I just brought up the fact that we're lazy, not the fact that you were hiding.
Whoa, you said lazy. Whoa, I thought you said hiding.
Yeah, hiding because you're lazy. That's why you hide from work.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. I'm hiding from because I'm lazy. Don't you get it?
I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
I get it. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Merkel versus Typhoon. Look at these drafts. Who do you favor?
Let me see here. TA is gonna have hopefully about. Well, traps aren't too significant. I always forget how good Meld Strike gets as you put more and more levels into it. I don't know that off the top of my head because I don't play mid. It depends on who they sending mid against. Gefeb's their safe laner. It's gonna be Peter, right?
Yeah, it's Batrider for sure. Yes. That's why you pick Batrider.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This mid lane matchup's gonna be a bit spooky, isn't it? Right at level 6, Bat has huge potential against the TA.
Yep.
So that's good. They're gonna need probably a rotation. The good thing is that they have one already kind of built in. Stalker wanting to probably rotate. We've seen them do this before, I believe, in one of their previous lower bracket matches, maybe even the upper bracket match, where they enjoy rotating right at minute 5. He's just not even in his lane anymore. So they already kind of have that naturally built in. So they might be able to turn on to the Stalker actually. So looking mid at minute 5 is going to be pretty interesting. Like I said, that's when probably we're going to get to see the Flaming Last come through and a kill attempt. So that's going to be pretty important, I think. I think from there, that's going to set a lot of the tempo, honestly. That's going to kind of set the pace of the game, seeing if they're able to control and kind of keep this TA at bay, being more of a fast tempo hero on her team. Because I think it could potentially be dangerous, right? Because I think actually they're going to want to send the Shaker. Oh, he's a 4 Shaker. I forgot. Interesting. Yeah. Still though, they're gonna want to create some space for him to get his Aghanim Scepter, I think, right? To try and catch out this Morphling, give him another stun. Basically, what I'm saying, right, is that we'll have to see. I think Peter potentially get a lot of solo kills here on the TA, as we already are setting up to one here onto the Warlock. Smoke out very early on underneath the shrine. No TP's available, obviously, so the horn. Very easy first blood. Nicely set there.
So that was very good, obviously, arrow, but I think Miracle, they acknowledge their strength here. That's what I was telling you. They understand their tempo very well. And here you realize that no matter how well your lanes go, you're not going to be able to win early. You have a Centaur that can push it, but it's not the idea, right? No matter what you do, you're not going to be able to win super early with this like Miracle build because you lack the push. You need to create space for the Morphling. That's what you have to do. And the best way to create space for the Morphling is delay the enemy team by killing them as much as possible, taking it as much as you can from the lanes, and playing a 4 protected one that is brutal. And that's where the strength comes in. Typhoon will always have a chance to recover. I always talk about this. Early proposition tends to be the guy that you get to decide your strategy early, and you might have the chance to get the enemy team to play around you as opposed to you playing around them, which is the ideal situation. So because of this, Typhoon, because of the lack of early proposition, because you can't put pressure on the towers, Typhoon will have a moment when they can recover mid-game. 15-17 minutes, which is when TA gets her Desolator Blink Dagger, Stalker has Solar Crest most likely if he goes for that build, that kind of idea. And you can still always come back because TA always has that farming jungle ability, which always helps her out, right?
Yep.
But the difficulty or the strength of Team Miracle here comes that they can always just use this time to farm on the Morphling, farm very efficiently, and when the 15-17 minute mark comes in and the enemy team wants to fight, you evade them for a while, and finally, then when the Morphling has the farm, you're ready to attack them.
Yeah.
It's a tough game. I think it's very interesting tactical game from both sides, honestly.
I agree. It's much more mid game time from Typhoon, because late game Morphling, obviously one of the scariest things you could go up against.
and you went for Bounty Hunter carry, so you lack a real carry in the late game. Bounty Hunter carry, the whole idea. I mean, he's not the worst carry, honestly, in the late game. And we've seen this a couple times this tournament. It's not the first time this gets picked.
Hasn't worked too well for Typhoon. I will say they tried it in group stages.
Yes,
and
they missed.
It has worked excellently once before though, so there is potential for it. He does end up stealing a lot of gold, surprisingly. It does add up. Throughout the laning stage, he's able to see like an extra, sometimes like 500 gold even, so just keep that in mind, especially as a carry.
We've seen the Bounty Hunters are counter to, at least when Virgin Gaming was playing it, which just got eliminated, because they also tried this out. They were playing it as a Bounty versus Centaur as well, because it's a good counter to the Centaur. You put pressure against a melee hero, you don't give him many retaliate stacks, but still deal a lot of damage, you can harass him out of lane. It's a good idea, honestly. I don't disagree with this, but you are lacking that late game, so that's that window, which is around the 15 to 30 minute mark, where Morphling is still not the strongest, is your window to be super aggressive and win the game. And if you don't win then, the Morphling will eventually beat you. By the way, bottom lane, Meliodas in trouble. They do have a waveform ready, and they're going to use it. There we go. Jafet getting the second kill, but nice fissure, blocking an enter.
Yeah.
And Yue comes in last second like a proper cheesy American movie hero, getting that kill.
Puts on his sunglasses, explosions behind him, Michael Bay, lens flare.
Yep. No, you're confusing. That's J.J. Abrams, buddy. J.J. Abrams is the lens flare guy, Michael Bay is the explosions guy. Don't confuse cheesy directors, man. Come on.
What was I going to say? Oh, I will say, one thing I really like from this Typhoon draft is that, like we were saying, 15 to 20 minutes, hopefully, right, TA is able to pop off, start farming a bit. In the meantime, though, I mean, they have very aggressive heroes on the side of Typhoon that also are coming online in that time, but they farm, I think they achieve their farm in different ways, right? Oh, yep, down bottom. Can I find the skill? I don't think so.
Mind. Sorry, I thought Enter had an orb venom. My bad.
I don't worry.
Yeah.
Just don't ever interrupt me again. But yeah, I mean, the heroes all come online pretty early, right? But they come online in different ways. TA wants to farm the jungle a little bit, get her items, get some stacks, right? Night Stalker as well comes online pretty early, but he doesn't really want to farm stacks. That's not what he excels at. He wants to farm heroes, right? Same with Bounty Hunter. He wants to probably be roaming around using track. I mean, you can't track creeps. You don't get that bonus as utilized on heroes. So I think that's why this is potentially going to really work out for them, I think. Their play styles are quite good. They can potentially even hunt down Morphling during like the 5 to 10 minute night times, and I think the 15 to 20 minute night times. I think we're going to have to look out for that to see if they want to make aggressive plays against him, force that fight onto them earlier than they'd want on the side of Team Miracle, right? Disrupt that farm, much like you'd play against like an Alchemist, right?
Exactly, yes. Try. It's very similar, you're totally right, except that you don't have that very small window of opportunity where, okay, Alchemist already farmed, told me it's it, I guess we lose the game. Like, Morphling takes a longer time, so you do have... It's more flexible. That's why I'm saying that Typhoon does have the chance to recover. It's not an issue here. Like, as long as your early game doesn't go too badly, and right now it's okay. I mean, they've even swapped now. Yue is in the middle lane trying to take some experience. He actually gonna die to Peter though, unfortunately. Nice. But the TA is already farming the jungle. This is what you have to do. This is why the TA is so strong though. A lot of teams acknowledge this. If TA loses her lane, which she rarely does, but there's a couple matchups with Destroyer, you just go jungle and you somewhat recover. And it's not the best, obviously, but hey, you still have some farm. You can go into the mid game, get an early Desolator, and still, or not early, but get a decent timing Desolator and still be impactful.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I really like both of these drafts actually. I think, you know, obviously Miracle going to play for the late game, so we'll have to see what their attitude is towards team fighting and how they decide to shift that, you know, from around the 15 to 20 mark, see how their attitude shifts, you know, 20 to 30, and then after 30 minutes, you know, into the late game, I think they're going to be quite eager to fight as you, once again, Peter rather, on the counter. I don't know if the tier 2 he goes. He has pulled the creep wave with him as well, but this is going to be actually the tier 1 quite quickly. Mirana rotating through as well, quite early on.
He's playing wonderfully with the Batrider. The Typhoon guys are trying to make the best out of a bad situation. They know this lane is lost for them. It's a more horrendous loss than against Pugna, because the thing about Pugna is you win the lane, you put TA out, which hasn't happened sometimes in this tournament, but I'm not going to rant about that again. But you push the TA out, and then you hopefully get some towers by rotating nicely, maybe get a tower if TA gets away. Okay, fine. But the Batrider, the whole point is to get kills. So you can't put a support here to kind of sap the experience. You actually have to kind of leave the lane. And now that he took the tower early, he's actually having the same impact that Pugna would. He's going to have a really early activation. The only difference now is that Batrider's, I guess, his win condition per se, or his impact condition is much tougher to get. You need to get kills, you need to get people out of position. Is this possible? For now, it seems like it. Peter has the lasso, he can go for A&Q in the middle lane, level 6 A&Q, not gonna help him too much. Refraction is nothing, and this Batrider burnt alive. Crispy chicken for Peter, or I guess crispy human, sorry.
Yeah, plenty of extra damage thanks to the level 2 Starstorm.
Yes.
Mirana's not been top too much. Centaur is pretty comfortable in this lane. 13 minutes Italian stack, so indeed bottom. I think Meliodas is gonna be okay.
I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. They keep going for Meliodas. I'm like, oh, he's gonna go down, but I keep not seeing the
Nighttime,
one.
tougher kill. Warlock though gonna be in a lot of trouble here. As Bounty will rotate over. Fate not quite fast enough. They do have a bit of slows here. No over venom, but the Janata did a good job here. And you brought this up earlier about how Bounty Hunter's able to. I mean, yes, he's gonna give retaliate attacks here. Oh yeah, jumping in. Maybe able to get more. Stomping for the arrow onto Forte's a bit of trouble. Fonte, not Forte. I'm thinking in my Italian musical terms. Pardon me. But as I was saying, you know, he's actually, I mean, he's going action out at 131 here, right at level 5. So anytime he's able to, anytime he's forced to give the Centaur a stack of retaliate, at least he's getting the most damage in for it, right? It's probably his ideology, as well as stealing more gold. So that's why you see this specific skill build.
You always go for the same skill on bounty. Like you want to take advantage of the Janata as much as possible. I would like to notice though, or point out here, a little trick that Fonte is doing that I love. When you shadow walk, you actually get the fade time, right? Did you know? Fun fact, in case people didn't.
Yes.
So you can actually apply the slow if you're hitting them during fade time as well. It's been a bug forever.
Wait, as in like during the fade duration?
During the fade duration, you can hit them, still go invisible, of course, and you still apply the slow.
I didn't know that.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I think it works like that for
yeah,
something
it's worked
else.
like that before too with the backstab damage. But I just saw that and I love it when they do it. Because Fonte knows. Fonte's
he's in trouble though. They've got dust
last
for him.
ready. Just thinking he's
not needed. We'll throw it on one last track before he goes, but they're playing this very nicely from Team Miracle, creating plenty of space. They're Morphling, just jungling. Pretty confident.
This is expected. There's nothing else you can do as Typhoon. You gotta play defensive. You're gonna catch the Warlock now.
Yeah, indeed. Into an arrow. So much lockdown from him. Nice setups here for the arrow. 4 stacks of the sticky napalm, and not nearly enough for him to live. I don't know, is Night Stalker just, even with nighttime here, is he not really strong enough to start rotating? He seems to be wanting to farm in this lane, get his boots up. He's got a full urn.
Radiant are scanning.
I don't know, this is... It's tough. Oh, wait.
Rotate top now. Oh,
yeah, they've tracked him, so he's done. He actually sacrificed himself going forward so that they can't attack his teammates as well. They don't have any vision of them though, no dusts. So they need the tracks. This is a good counter kill. You're at least getting him around in the process. You're still in the Morphling farm, but...
With track gold too. So.
Yeah. It is recovery, you know. If TA can participate in these kills, it's a way to recover, but it's tough to get these easy counter kills. The enemy team has to mess up there. They were playing it too aggressively. They got the push. Okay. In the mid lane, if we enter as well, they can't cancel that TP.
He's already committed the mini stun.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Gotta hold on to that. That's okay. Now he's learned. Some learning experience. Morph. What's he saving up for? Probably just a casual morbid mask, right? It's generally what they go for. Is he gonna go straight into Yasha, you think? Manta this game?
Yeah, morbid mask for sure. It helps you from the jungle. By the way, the poor Mirana. Yeah.
Hey, that's more track gold here, and you even get the TA involved in that as well.
Maybe the Batrider here, Peter, in trouble. Like, they have vision of him. They didn't track him in time, though. It was not in range, and Peter could get away. The choice of going Tranquil puts Trums. Notice that. Usually Batriders would go Travels nowadays. But you go Tranquils because you know these are cheaper and they give you a similar effect. And there's the bounty. Goodbye. Oh, maybe not. The Fisher helping him out. But the combination of water and fire is very, very annoying. You can even become the bounty actually and get the Janata, so he actually stole some gold from him just before he died. Top lane Meliodas is going for buy as well. Actually, really diving that tower. There's no TPs by. Could die here. There's no stop either, so Meliodas is just gonna bash him down. Those claws are sharp.
Yes, they are. Morphling pushing now the tier 1 tower. 10 minutes in. Do we have level 6 on our supports? Just about. Around 11, 10 to 11 minutes is when you should get level 6 on supports. Hold on. They be in some trouble. The boots, however, the trap movement, so really slowing him down here. They do have lasso at the ready. No chance for him to go into Melody there and try and hide this There's no place to go but into the embrace of the flaming lasso. Very little chance he lives there. This Batrider just hunting down the TA. They might get something in return though, as they'll go invis. Chasing down Peter. Ah, the trap slow from the grave. Do you get assist gold for that? Because it does damage on the TA?
No, because well, shit.
I think she did. She probably lost a little bit more than 97. Yeah. So makes the loss a little bit, softens the blow, right? But still,
the big thing there is the bounty. The bounties start to farm out of control, and the point of an early carry bounties to put more pressure with the solo press build as well, which allows a nice stuff to be more versatile. Careful though, nice stuff in the top lane. Starstorm, they use the golem to try to deny this with a crippling fear. So difficult to fight against them, but it's gonna go down regardless. Fido might die to the tower. They don't have the damage. Oh, and they heal him even with a no. Mirana just bottled herself. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What?
This she bottled herself by accident as opposed to bottling the Centaur.
Fonte in some trouble. Flaming lasso was not used, but just enough damage.
I think he was dead anyway, by the way, the Centaur. Just want to point out because it's hard to bottle between the ticks. Yeah. But he tried his best instead to hit himself by accident. Oh well.
I completely forgot. I was trying to make a point before and then completely 100% forgot about the tangent I was going on about. I thought I was up to something good, but...
I'm sorry.
Oh well.
I don't listen to you nearly enough.
Nah, that's okay. I also tuned myself out. Let's see. This bounties build's doing pretty nicely here. How much bonus track will do get? Allies, 40 golds for each kill.
Yeah, but it's mainly the self bonus, I think, which is why the solo crest build I love so much. You get a super early solo crest, it's a high impact item. It also helps the damage of your team, so it's not just for you, right? It helps the TA, it helps the Night Stalker. And what I like about this is that it really liberates Night Stalker to go for other builds rather than just solo crest, because you need a solo crest. That's the meta. You need it. So
Baker Blink here as well.
Yeah, he's going for Spirit Vessel here for Meliodas, right? And
yeah, I like that a lot.
The Shaker Blink is important, but the Spirit Vessel thing here is a great counter to the Morphling, so they can get him early. In fact, now with Blink, Earthshaker, and Spirit Vessel, you can kill the Morphling. It's not impossible.
I agree. I think maybe you just want to wait for nighttime just to...
and that's later on TA as well.
Yeah, and I think you want to fight here. Big spikes. As Batrider now, they're going to reveal that Echo Slam with the Fissure onto 2. Mirana, no way for her to save herself as they have the track applied, so she can try and run, but she cannot hide. Into the river she goes now.
Kitty.
Here, kitty. There's going to be the Stampede. She gets a burst of movement speed with Stampede used defensively now. With the Mirana means maybe now they make a play here onto the Centaur. Silence up, nowhere you can go. Blinking forward, Enchant Totem. The lockdown is there. Very well played.
See what I said? They're recovering really well.
Yes, they are. Because they're hitting their timings.
You can't reduce... The Miracle can only do one thing here, is hope to get counter kills and hope to get kills when anyone is out of position. And sure, that's easy. If a Batrider, Morphling, it's not, or even a Centaur, it's not that difficult. But Centaur's been denied early, which means your team fight is you don't have the counter initiation of the Stampede, which is very important. Moonlight Shadow can be... It's not that strong against track, of course. Yeah. And Typhoon has now the opportunity to farm. They cannot take towers, so they can't reduce the space that TA has to farm. Yes, tier 1's fine, but try getting those tier 2. It's very difficult. They haven't even gotten close to them. They don't even have the lane push to actually put it there, right? Because Batrider is actually really slow at lane pushing, which is why the Batrider mid, it's a difficult hero to play. Even if you counter the TA, you have so much of an onus on initiation on you. And the Desolator almost done on A and Q unless he gets caught here. Double damage to Batrider though, looking for Fonte. They do dust him. He needs to get rid of that invisibility, but they get lasso him in time. That's going to be a dead bounty hunter. No chance.
Yeah. Like you were saying, until this Batrider has his blink, so about another 700 golds, he really only just, not only, but he especially punishes poor positioning, right? Makes it incredibly easy for them to get kills, which they're able to do here, getting the Morph involved. But once he finds the Blink Dagger, it changes a little bit. Ankh as well, closing in on the Blink Dagger now. She's actually just finished up the Desolator, 15 minutes here, so with that new Deso, as well as the Shaker on the Blink, or Blink on the Shaker. You got Echo Slam up in 30, as well as the Rock. You might want to try and fight here. I think a kill on the Morphling would slow him down a bit and really behoove you. It would behoove this team. In fact, yeah, completed Spirit Vessel as well. I think they're quite powerful now. Meliodas running forward, maybe just trying to see what he can see. Top lane showing is the Morphling. Gonna go for the Eye of Scotty first. Gonna have it here after this creep wave. What do you think of that first item?
I like the stats Morphling build. I think the Axe though here would be a bit better, to be honest.
I agree. Once again, Stampede popped defensively. Void almost getting the kill there. That's going to be both. Spirit Vessel charges used. Trying to turn around, but going to get silenced immediately. Is he going to die here? Yes, he will. The Shuriken Toss going to secure the kill. Now 2 times multicast onto the Night Stalker. Trying to turn here. Echo Time onto 2. Onto the Rock as well. Fatal Bonds. The damage is insane here as Bai will fall as well. Fonte with the double kill.
What a play! Jesus, they were not expecting the Earthshaker to come from nowhere. They're going for Jets in the middle lane as well, but they have no stuns for him. He can get away. Unless Meliodas goes insane. Oh, there we go. That's massive though, because now you get a tower. This is the Desolator reveal, which is fascinating or fantastic for you. You got a Spirit Vessel there as well, and the Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker has been absolutely amazing. As opposed to the Enchantor, which can be stopped, he can just blink in and get those Echo Slams. They are taking advantage of all of their strong points. They're playing so well.
They're gonna go Roche now. I think this is fantastic. Actually, there's no Stampede, so they can't get in too quickly. The Batrider, does he have his blink yet?
Also gone.
Not yet. Yeah, this is a great opening for them. Morph is going to be on cooldown for another minute, so he can't be cheeky and steal the Earthshakers. They will scout him out. 5 heroes now not showing as they're smoked up. Smoke will...
They were smart with Typhoon. They know that, as you mentioned, no Stampede, no Moonlight Shadow, right? So that means they can't initiate by surprise. They can't, oh no, they're here now. But at the same time, if they do fight, you're lacking your Golem, you're lacking your Dark Ascension, you're lacking your Echo Slam.
Okay. Slam. That's a good point, yeah.
Let's not go crazy, you know? They're playing this safely, they're being patient, they're copying a bit of Miracle's lineup. And Peter, by the way, top lane, looking for a quick kill on AQ. There's nobody near him, they'll even track. He can be stopped with the fissure. They actually body block the arrow there. Warlock, oh, get down,
Mr. President!
And then, thanks to that, they're able to let the Bounty Hunter hit more and get the quicker kill on the Batrider. Meaning no reinforcements come on time. Peter was a bit crazy there, and he got punished for his insanity. And now it's time for Typhoon to take this Roshan.
Yep, there's the Blink Dagger on TA now, continuing to get stronger here in the 15 to 20 minute mark.
He got it 17, 18 minutes in after a bad start. This is the time that you want on Blink Dagger and Desolator. One very bad miss, but still, you are perfectly on time.
Yeah, I mean, they might as well GG out, actually. I mean, Aegis, nah, get rid of that, deny it,
crazy.
Get the Wraith banned. Yeah, absolutely, though. They're playing this fantastically. And going out to Scout's going to be the Bounty Hunter pretty aggressively here. 2 levels now in that track, so he's got a nice bonus. Nice little payday for each kill he has. Dark Ascension off cooldown, Golems and Slam off cooldown here within the next 30 seconds, and they found themselves some Morphling here. Off he goes, Dark Ascension going to be used now, the AoE silence. He has gotten off the Morph, however, and can get a silence off himself, but actually is unable to, and the burst damage for the Solar Crest doing so much work. Able to get 3 kills. I think Mirana died on top lane, honestly, to Ankh. That's indeed the case. Is now Batrider going to get ran down here. Spirit Vessel slowing him down, and just to speed him back up, this is going to be the Stampede to disengage. So far, I don't think we've seen the Stampede used to really engage into a fight. I think that's been very indicative of the pace this way this game has been going.
Yes, I mean, we knew this, right? We knew that this team now has the difficulty that they need the Morphling to be online. Morphling chose to go for a relatively later game build, which is the right choice, assuming you want to win the late game. But now they're being run down, and they're taking advantage of this perfectly. Peter, the next target. Peter has Lasso, but he can't use it in time with the Morphling Fear. Perfect! Echo Slam missed though by the Earthshaker there, but let's not talk about that because they can continue to fight. This Silence still on by. They use the Tusk now to stop Fonte from getting away, and they're able to kill you. In comes the Morphling. Murder all around. The Golem's still here. It was actually a trap. No Echo Slam. We still have the Golems. Not a problem. Fissured out beautifully onto 3. Who needs an Echo? If you have a 3-man fissure like that, he actually goes in once again with a Blink Dagger to complete the team wipe. Typhoon is playing them like a fiddle right now.
Absolutely. Team Miracle unable to really create the space. Well, I mean, we're still not even in that time in here for Morphling, so he's trying to fight here, but obviously he's not going to be nearly as strong. He's gone for stats, and sure, he is hella tanky. And they're just going to call it GG, actually. Wow. 20-minute game 1 here in our best of 5 series as Typhoon pushing a 16k net worth lead. Just fantastically played. I think that was a great draft, and it was looking a bit shaky early on, but they're able to recover very nicely. And
Yeah, before I make my final last, I just want to make a point. Hello guys, we're at ESports Gaming. We are the official cast of the ACL, so, you know, if you want to support a tier 2 scene, you want to support the ACL, do give us a follow to our channel. We don't ask for donations, none of that, we just ask for your time. My name is sdasdas, I'm here with Seek and Strike, or as he likes to be called, so, that's exactly it. So please do follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter should be on the screen. But before we go, just want to make the final points here that I love. I mentioned this before with Typhoon. I think their drafting is super good. I think they know how to draft perfectly. Here they draft the Bounty Hunter carry, and it seems like a stupid idea, but they knew exactly how to make it work. They went for Utility Bounty Hunter. They take advantage of him and they put a lot of pressure early. They knew that the timing window was around the 15 to 20 minute mark, and we saw it. They managed to get some counter kills early, which allowed them to get the tempo of the game back. They used the tempo of the Blink Dagger amazingly. A really right choice to go for Earthshaker Blink Dagger as opposed to Aghanims, because you're a support Earthshaker, you want to farm it quicker, and you want to be impactful quicker. The choice to go into Spirit Vessel Night Stalker as well. They itemized properly, they drafted properly, they knew their tempo, they played this really, really well. It's a stomp, but it's a stomp that actually